What is up, guys? It's Nova Joe, and I'm back again. However, this time it's not regarding EDF. It's regarding something drastically different. This Christmas, I actually asked for an Atari 7800 Plus. For those of you who don't know what that is a re-release of sorts of the old 1986 Atari 7800. However, it is a little bit smaller, but it does still have predominantly the exact same bells and whistles as the original Atari, just with like HDMI and some of the newer, I guess you could say features per se, predominantly just HDMI. It doesn't do save states or anything like that. However, that has put me in the frame of mind to get some games for it because I don't really have any. I have a couple like display items, and I've been playing like my Atari games through those compilations and things like that through the Atari 50 collection, which I'd grab and show you, but I don't. It's out of reach right now. The Atari 50 collection. But I've really just wanted to harken back to the old days when I was growing up, and the very first console I ever did play was an Atari 2600. So what I have done here for this, Christmas video is I am going to be unboxing a steel sealed in its original package Atari 2600 game that I'm going to be using on my Atari 7800 after Santa Claus delivers it, of course. So here it is, guys. This is a game that I have played on the Evercade, and have thoroughly enjoyed it on the Evercade. And let me rephrase this. I have played the 7800 version on the Evercade, which I did a video for back this past Halloween with my son Josiah, and he and I played through the game for the 7800 version. However, there was also a 2600 version, and it's a little bit more affordable. Able to get my hands on it. Granted, the graphics won't look as good as the 7800 version, but nonetheless, I have played a little bit of the 2600 version, and it is fun. And so I purchased a brand new sealed copy of it for a very good price. And the reason for the good price is because, as you guys can see here, the box is rather trashed. It's rather scrapped, but you can still see the cellophane is still on it, and you can still feel the cartridge there. So here's the hang tag, what's left of it. But yeah, it's been pretty well trashed. So anyway, I just thought it'd be fun to unwrap this for you guys and show you guys what an Atari 2600 game, like what comes in the packaging of one of these. Just thought it'd be fun. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and unwrap this thing. Alright guys, here we go. This is my brand new steel sealed yet crushed by a dump truck copy of Dark Chambers for the Atari 2600. This was actually released in 1988, and it takes its inspirations from a game called Dandy that was put out by John Palovich in 1983. A lot of you will think, or a lot of people do think, that this game took its ideas from Gauntlet. That's not so. The ideas behind this game came from a game called Dandy. You can actually look that up, and it's on the internet. It's not hidden information, and it actually says down here in the copyright section, if you guys can see it, I'll get it, there we go. It says 1983 John Palovich, and that is because he was the creator of Dandy, which this game takes its inspirations from. So alright guys, I don't know how many of you are old enough to remember or grew up with the Atari. I'm sure some of you are. But I grew up not having an Atari. My very first system was a Sega Master System, as I've shared with you guys before. But I can remember back in about 1983 or 1984, I was sick, and I had to go to the doctor. Well, the doctor required me to stay up all night long, and that's kind of hard to do for a 4 or 5 year old, however old I was at the time. I was very little. So my dad's friend from church had an Atari 2600, and he brought it over to the house, and the very first game I ever got to play was Astro Blast, which was an M-Network game that was basically an Atari version of an Intellivision game. And so that was my very first taste of video gaming, was on the Atari 2600. I can still remember it clearly. I remember having no idea how to change a game and totally messing it up trying to do so. But anyway, enough about all that, guys. Here we go. Let's tear into a brand new copy of Dark Chambers for the Atari 2600. This has been sealed since 1988 and has not been touched by a human hand since then. So do the math. There you go. All right, go ahead and tear into this. There's that ancient cellophane coming off for the first time in many decades. All right, here we go, straight to the top here. Boy, everything else is going to be crushed to pieces, but hopefully the cartridge is still in good shape. Well, oh, there we go. There's the end label. Dark Chambers. All right, no cracks in the back of it. Man, that plastic is minty fresh. If you guys have never seen a current Atari cartridge, they don't look this black. Oh, look at that, a brand new label, brand spanking new, never scratched, no scuffs on it. I can't believe as crushed as it is that it has no scuffs on it. And there we go, there's the components in there. Everything looks to be where it's supposed to be. And there you go, guys. That is a brand new Atari 2600 Dark Chambers cartridge. Let's see what else is in the pack. Oh man, this thing is crushed. Don't see anything else down in there. All right, we got the Atari Corp limited 90-day warranty. I think that is well past expired, so I'm not going to be able to call them if this cartridge doesn't work. And here's the manual. Boy, that's paper thin. Paper thin. Oh my gosh, it's a leaflet. I have other Atari manuals, and they're actually stapled together in multiple pages. This is man, that is low rent. That is low rent. But then again, this was at the tail end of the Atari's life. This was nearing the very end when these red label boxes came out. That was drawing towards the end of the Atari's lifespan, so they were kind of trying to cut costs. And this isn't a full color magazine or a full color manual either. This is just a couple colors, no screenshots either. A lot of the other Atari manuals, they actually have screenshots. They actually have colored layouts in it. But then again, that's when they were really trying to sell the Atari too. So there's that. All right, now looks like we got a poster. Oh, what's on the back here? The Atari Systems peripherals. Let's get it right here in front of the camera. Atari Systems peripherals, the 7800, the XE system, and the XE disk drive. Get a free Atari game cartridge when you collect 15 game cartridges. Well, I better get to collecting then if I want that free cartridge. Atari t-shirts, when you collect 5 game cartridges, you can get a free Atari t-shirt. Boy, I'd like to have that Atari t-shirt now. Coupon. Oh, there we go. There's the 2600 Junior right there. It doesn't get older, it gets better. All right, let's open this up. I'm gonna smell it real quick. Oh my goodness, it smells like a basement. One second here. Oh, wow, old paper. Golly, old paper and dirty basement. Okay. Whew. All right, first off, this is a double-sided poster. This is actually really cool. There we go. I am really glad to have this. There we go. Let's see if I can get it where you guys can see it a little bit better. There you go. The Atari Advantage. So we got the set, let's see, yeah, 7800 right here, the 2600 Junior right here, the Atari XE system there, as well as some of their characters. Hey, here's something cool. You see that right there, that controller? That is not what came with the Atari 7800 when it released in the US. It came with what was called a Pro Line controller. So this controller right here, and that Pro Line controller was what was released in the US. But this right here is the European controller, which actually more closely resembles a gamepad like the Nintendo had. We didn't get that here, and I can remember my cousin Chris got the Atari 7800 for Christmas of '87, and he had Pro-Line controllers. So yeah, anyway, so there's that. On the back of it, we have all the really cool games that were coming out for it. Atari 2600 collector poster. Win two ways. Collect games, win prizes. And we have a whole list of games up here. Oh, we got some coming soon listed. We got Dark Chambers coming soon. That's the game that obviously we got right. I think this poster was made just a tad before this game was put into production, I guess. So anyway, and they even messed this up. Okay, John Palovich, I told you guys, is the one who created the game Dandy, which this game takes its inspiration from. Well, they messed it up here and they put Dark Chambers by Atari and Jack Palovich. Let's see, get right there so you can see it. By Atari and Jack Palovich. It obviously didn't do any proofreading here. Alright, so yeah, we got some classics here. Galaxian, Cubert, Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong Millipede, Miss Pac-Man, Moon Patrol, Missile Command, Space Invaders, Mario Brothers, right there. Get right there. Mario Brothers by Nintendo. Yes, Nintendo games were on the Atari. Joust, Jungle Hunt, Vanguard, Pac-Man, Real Sports, Midnight Magic, all different kinds of awesome games. And the Atari was a really great system. So, here we go. Now I have forgot something, so I need to step out for just 1 second, and I will be right back with something I purchased for this game. Alright guys, I'm back, and this is what I purchased for this game. It is a new plastic case reproduced to look like the box itself, because yeah, this just ain't gonna cut it. So, go ahead and open this up. Found a guy on the internet that makes these, and so they were about 12 bucks a piece, but it's worth it. And you see just how nice these cases are. And he makes it for not just Atari 2600 systems, but several other different systems. And if you guys are interested to find out who that is, just leave me a comment below and I'll tell you who it is. But anyway, he makes these reproduction cases that are plastic clamshell cases with a 3D printed insert here. Let me push that back down in there. And this insert right here, he actually 3D printed Atari right there. There we go. You guys can see it there in the light. Get that down on there good. Okay, and he 3D printed that insert there so that it would perfectly fit Atari 2600 games. So you put that in there. Let's see, will it work with the manual? No, it won't work with the manual. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, maybe I need to shoot him a line. Maybe I need to shoot him a line and let him know the manuals do not fit. But other than that, it is an awesome case. Holds it in there, doesn't slide around, stays locked in place good. You can see it staying in the little 3D printed shell there. There we go, Master the Subterranean Kingdom. Yeah, let me read you what it says here on the back of the box. You're the only one brave enough to enter the castle's dark chambers. Once inside the foreboding castle, a dark staircase leads you down to the murky depths of the labyrinths below. Go alone or find safety in numbers with your faithful companion. Throw daggers at a threatening band of humanoids, living skeletons, ghosts, evil wizards, and grim reapers. Stand back to back with your partner to fight them off. Then descend further beneath the earth's surface. Collect magic potions and treasure chests as you encounter them in the tangle of rooms and corridors. Use keys found on the path to open doors. Take food and drink along the way to keep up your strength. Dangers lurk everywhere in the underground maze. You must conquer the evil guardians to make yourself master of this subterranean domain. That, guys, was necessary for an Atari game, because a massive part of the Atari experience was your imagination. You needed to have a good imagination, because let's just look at those graphics. There we go. Look at those graphics. That's what you had to work with. But we had a blast playing these games back then. We had a lot of fun playing them. I enjoyed playing what little bit of Atari I did get to play back then, and it fueled my love for video games to this day. And that's no dramatization, that's a fact. When I first got my taste of video games on the old Atari 2600, it ignited a video game passion within me that has followed me all the way to now at the age of 45. Still love them. I will probably love them till the day I die. And the Atari 2600 is what started that for me. So, alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I have enjoyed making it for you guys. This is my, we'll just call this one of my Christmas videos. I'm unwrapping a present that I bought for myself. So, alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Please comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel financially, you can by going to patreon.com/EDF Central. Guys, stay safe out there. It's cold. I don't know where you guys live, but be careful on the roads. If you're getting snow, be careful out in the snow. I wish we got some snow here. We got a little bit today, but not enough to amount to much. But I enjoyed what we had. So guys, be careful out there. Have a wonderful holiday season and a Merry Christmas to everyone. And as always, guys, take care. God bless and keep on gaming. Nova Joe out. I'll see you later.